What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Greataxe Gaming. I am Jax, and we are back with Hiveswap Friendsim. Now, in the last episode, I am aware I rushed dialogue a lot. I'm going to try and slow that down and get a little better handle on it. But that may stretch out these videos to longer. I don't know if I'm going to pare them down to split them in half, or if I'm just going to make long videos for each route. I'm leaning towards the second one just because that way I can have videos up in time instead of stretching them out over multiple days. Either way, our last play was we went through the route of Ardata. I believe it was Ardata, right? Ardata? Blah, 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 blah. Yes, friends. Yes, Ardata. And now we're about to meet up with Demon, who's basically on the other end of the hemo spectrum from her. So, it's time. Yes, someone is approaching. A strange, gray-skinned alien with a cozy-looking vest. Perhaps they will make for a good friend?
What's up? Oof. Hang on, sorry. I didn't get a good look at you before I started talking. I guess you're really weird-looking. Kind of uncomfortable about this.
Your stammering reply eventually conveys that you are a lost traveler who is hungry and probably in need of some medical treatment. You're also really lonely and wouldn't mind making a new friend right about now.
Hungry, huh? I see what your game is.
You aren't quite sure what he's talking about. Then your eyes drift towards the obvious target, that exquisite hot dog he's holding. It looks really, really good. Your mouth starts watering noticeably. No, I'm sorry, it's got legs. Not so much for me.
Oh no, I knew it. You're just like all the rest. Your agenda is to have me relinquish my
delicacy.
Well, forget it. I've been tricked out of 2 other
OBLONG meat products
this week already. I know you probably think I'm an easy mark due to my blood color, but I still have some dignity at least.
You don't know anything about his blood color or why that would matter in this conversation about his hot dog. You're hungry, sure, but you didn't mean to cast a threatening gaze at his meal. All you really want is make a new buddy so you don't feel quite so alone in this strange new world.
I see. You just want a friend and not my
sweet meat.
Sorry, I get a little paranoid when I walk around with such
delicacies
in public. You can't be too careful. Folks tend to get that greedy look in their eyes around my
warm sausage. Really? These are odd ways to express the things he's saying, you think. But it would be rude to point that out. Probably best to just change the subject. Get this blossoming friendship moving in the right direction. Alright, I'm just gonna have to do it. Ask him if you can have a bite of his hot dog. It looks amazing.
Forget it. I'm leaving forever. Bye.
Fuck! That was a fast ending, huh? So, back into the game. Demon. I like that. Nope, fuck off. Ask you listen nearby.
Yeah, or I used to, I mean. My place was bombed by drones a while ago. Now I don't have a hive, but I'm making it work out here. Foraging for tasty things when I can. I've gotten pretty good at it. Talking people into giving me
meat products.
You
quickly feel a sense of pity for your new friend. You thought you had it rough. Crash landing here, hungry and friendless, and come to think of it, feels like your arm is broken. Your ribs too, maybe. But enough said pity. This is about making a new great friend. You ask your friend if there's anything you can do to improve his life.
Oh wait, are we friends now? Like, is that official? Man, I don't know. Why don't we slow it down a bit? See how things go. Not saying it's out of the question. I just think I should take some time to see if you're actually friendship material. Someone I trust, you know? Not just another looky-loo gunning for my
delicacy. Oh damn. You got out over your skis again. Of course, he's right. This is totally reasonable. You feel sure you can do what it takes to win him over. You make a mental note to avoid looking at his or mentioning his hot dog, since it seems to be such a sensitive subject. You do everything you can in your power to avert your gaze from the hot dog. You are aggressively not looking at it, in fact. Don't think hot dog thoughts. Don't think hot dog thoughts. It's working. You aren't even thinking about hot dogs at all. It's like he isn't even holding one, and no one ever even brought up the fact that hot dogs exist. He seems to notice, on some primal level, your current non-hot dog mindset. He smiles. You pay closer attention to the boy's face. It's a nice smile he has, actually. Very kind, disarming. A few freckles here and there, a mop of messy hair draping over his eyes. What a nice friend this would be to have, you think. He's adorable, really, if you disregard the prickly attitude about his hot dog. Okay, wait a minute. You don't want to start thinking thoughts that are too friendly. You should dial down a little. Stick to the basics. You just want a cool new friend, nothing more. Hiveswap, we get it. You're not a real dating sim. You should try to spark up some non-related conversation soon before things get awkward. You wonder about his house. It got bombed?
Yeah, you know. Routine drone passed through my hood. A little bombing, a little culling. That's how it goes around here. I was a lucky one. My Lucis, not so much. He's a goner.
You don't know what a Lucis is, but you can deduce it was someone important to him who probably died in the bombing. Rather than overwhelming him with annoying questions about his culture, you decide the right play is to show some sympathy.
Thanks. I miss him. Sometimes I think I enjoy
Savory bunned delights
as a way of covering up the pain. They're so good though, it's hard to stop. I favored the
juicy meats
before he died anyway. It's something we did together. How do we start talking about my
hot dog.
once more? Let's drop it. Please, dude, don't bring it up again.
You didn't bring it up, but you don't want to correct him. The boy is clearly grieving. You see 2 faint red tears roll down his cheeks from behind his messy bangs. Your heart can't take it. You'll have to console this homeless boy somehow. Then he'll definitely be your friend. But what to do? Give him a friendly pat on the back. You keep it simple and pat him on the back a couple times. Everything's going to be okay. Since you're his new friend, or at least working towards earning that status, he has a new ally to help him with whatever comes his way. He wipes his tears and appears to get himself back together. Your friendly gesture worked.
You're right. I shouldn't let the past get me down. In a way, I'm free. I'm off the grid. They probably think I died. No need to worry about knocks on my door because I don't have a door anymore. Maybe I can live off the land for the rest of my life, scrounging for
sumptuous indulgences
wherever I may find them, by rummaging through awful drums or smooth-talking the right mark. Sounds like the life, honestly. I'll miss my Lucis, but I think he would be proud of me. If I can make it without him, I can survive on my own. I know he'd be proud. Maybe I don't even need to leave the planet. Maybe I can avoid taking the ordeal still together. I can't test who you can't find. If I play my cards right, I could probably live to the ripe old age on this planet without getting caught. Like hiding in alleys and sewers, scraping together just enough
succulent proteins
to keep myself going. Honestly, I don't even need to get by that long, since I have a much shorter lifespan than most trolls. So I think I might just be able to make this work.
You look confused at the last remark, but again, don't want to be impolite. He holds up his hand as if to tell you not to bother.
I can tell you're not from here. It's okay. Rustbloods don't live a long time. Blood classes higher up than me live progressively longer the higher you go. Sea dwellers live basically forever. It's kind of crazy, and it seems unfair, but that's how it is. I'd be jealous of them, but I think I'm not. I'm almost grateful I don't have very long to make it in this world. I don't know what I'd do if I had longer. I'm happy to settle into a nice short ride, keep a low profile, take in some good meat along the way. Nothing wrong with that life if you ask me.
You understand. It seems like a tragic story, but if your friend has made peace with his destiny, you might as well too. You offer a sympathetic shrug and continue your impressive streak of consecutive seconds not looking at his hot dog at all. He smiles again. He seems to be relaxing, gripping the dog a little less tightly. That's good.
You know, you're good at listening. Not many people understand me at all. A lot of people find my overly possessive attitude towards meaty delights to be strange and off-putting. I've heard this one more than once and lost some friends that way. Whew. There are some past personal dramas I do not want to think about, let me tell you. But you're different. Maybe you put me at ease because it's obvious you're even lower than me? No offense, but you are. Drones would vaporize a hornless goof like you, no questions asked. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to scare you.
You laugh it off. You're not scared, you say. You survived worse. You pat your broken ribs and wince. You clutch your sore ribs with your broken arm and wince even harder because of that.
Oh man, looks like that arm's hurt, huh? Guess it's broken. Let's see what we can do about that. Here, hold this a second.
He hands you his hot dog without hesitation. Oh wow, he wants you to hold it? This is such a remarkable gesture of trust. You're overwhelmed. You gingerly take the hot dog with your good arm, being very careful. You hold the hot dog from beneath with your fingertips as if it's a priceless, delicate treasure. He takes off his vest and puts it on the ground, then takes off his shirt. You avert your eyes for a moment, then realize that's silly. Nothing particularly indecent about this, you suppose. If he's comfortable, so are you. He then puts his vest back on, takes the hot dog back from you, and hands you the shirt.
Here, make a sling out of it. That should help.
He's right, it does help. Your broken arm is a lot more comfortable and secure. This shirt smells like meat, too. You can't tell if you think that's a bonus or if it's weird. You decide it's a bonus. This is your new friend. He loves meat and so do you. It's your greatest common interest, in fact.
Nice. You know, I think we make a pretty good team. I don't know if I'm ready to officially call you my friend yet, but I may be getting close. You're pushing all the right buttons, man. Just being someone who listens and understands. You have no idea how much that means to me.
You're so happy to hear this. It makes your heart sing. Well, if you're keeping it totally real, some of these things he's saying are a little strange. Like, maybe this boy wasn't really socialized properly? By his Lucis, you guess? You don't think that might be his dad, but again, you don't dare ask. Not when the positive feelings are flowing like this. Why kill the mood? He gets a little closer and swoops a hand through his thick black bangs. For the briefest moment, you catch a glimpse of one of his eyes regarding you fondly. Your heart beats a little faster. He puts a hand on your shoulder. You're starting to wonder if all he's interested in is friendship? You hope that's all he wants. You don't think you're ready for anything more than that. You're desperate for friendship, or really companionship of any sort, but that's moving pretty fast for you. But you're too nervous to make your feelings clear on all this. If he goes any further, you're not sure if you'll have the will to protest.
Listen, dude. This gorgeous meat product we both admire. I'm thinking, maybe we share it? I think that sounds good, actually.
Oh my, yes. That sounds wonderful. You're so hungry. And you're beside yourself with gratitude that Demon is willing to share with you something so precious to him. It really means a lot.
Here, I have an idea.
He brings his face close to yours. He holds the hot dog up between your faces with both ends of the dog pointing to his mouth and yours. You're not sure what he wants you to do? You can't find the breath to ask. It seems like he wants you to eat the hot dog with him, Lady and the Tramp style. Yes, if pressed on it, you'd agree the act is uncomfortably erotic, but you have to admit it is a good way to share a food item, whilst ensuring it gets split about evenly. And you absolutely loathe the idea of letting a friend down. It's completely at odds with your values as a person. Oh god. You chomp down on your end of the hot dog as he does with his end simultaneously. Holy shit, that is so good. He's a child! You take another bite, and he times his bite perfectly. He's eerily good at this game. It's throwing you off your chewing a bit, which makes you cough a little when you swallow. But you don't feel like you can pause without breaking eating rhythm with him. Might be what a bad friend would do. You keep going without really quite swallowing as you go. You get closer to his face, which creates an imminent situation you aren't sure how you're going to handle. You haven't planned for it, and it's coming up fast. The hot dog backlog collecting in your throat is getting a bit too heavy, so you try to swallow. Oh no. But you can't. You gag and cough up all the chewed hot dog matter explosively into his face. He recoils, absolutely stunned. His bangs are blown back and he's staring at you with wide eyes. Hot dog and bun bits are all over his face. He says nothing for a moment, then puts his hand to his throat. Oh, fuck, he's choking! He points his mouth desperately. You need to do something. The Heimlich, of course. That's what you need to do. You need to save your friend's life! You get behind him and put your good arm around his belly and form a fist. You plunge the fist in under his ribs, trying to dislodge his masticated delicacy. It's no use. You can't get any leverage. You need your other arm. It really hurts, though. You'll have to make the sacrifice for your friend. Yes, a friend who may have just tried to trick you into kissing him with a silly hot dog stunt. You're not sure how you'll navigate that tricky subject once he's breathing again. But you'll have to deal with it later. Right now, you have a life to save. You pull your broken arm out of its sling, grab your other fist in front of his belly, and squeeze. You try and try and try. His face is turning, well, not blue? Deep red? You guess that's because his blood is rust-colored. Sure, that makes sense. You yank one more time, your broken arm throbbing in pain. A huge gob of chewed hot dog launches out of his mouth like a cannonball, and the explosion creates enough force in the other direction. It causes you to actually lift him up in the air and accidentally suplex him into the mud behind you. You in turn go tumbling over him, and the two of you soon locked into an inseparable pinwheel of interspecies downhill mayhem. You roll and roll down the grassy incline towards a nearby neighborhood, towards the street. Luckily, you stop just short of the street, but Demon's neck lands right on the sharp edge of the curb, and after flipping in the air once or twice, you come down on his face with your big ass. You hear a crack. Demon? You slap his face a little. No response. He's not breathing. You check his mouth. Throat is clear of hot dog debris. Oh god, this can't be happening. You look around, panicked. This isn't what you need right now. All you wanted was a friend. You can't be held responsible for alien murder. You have to hide the body. You see a couple of kids creeping out of nearby houses to see what all the commotion is. There's no time. You gotta find a bush or something. There. Over there. Looks like a little alien bushy thing. It's pretty small, but it'll have to do. You drag the vested, shirtless carcass over to the bush. You dump the body in the bush, and it's really not convincing. It looks like a dead kid was unceremoniously dropped on top of a small bush in a poor attempt to conceal a murder. You've got to come up with something better. Wait a minute. Someone is standing behind you.
Hello, stranger. Don't worry about this little mess you've made. I'll take care of it for you.
Oh no. What the fuck? Okay, let's not do that again. Oh, God. Fast forward. Ask if he lives nearby. Fast forward. Give him a reassuring hug. You open your arms and approach him with a posture of great compassion. You furrow your brow upwardly a bit as if to say, I know how hard it is. You advance and he leans backward a little, as if caught off guard by your sympathy. Maybe you're coming on too strong, but you know there's no turning back now. You don't just throw the brakes on an imminent heartfelt hug like this. You embrace him awkwardly, and it goes well for a moment until you realize your arm is broken and it seizes up reflexively in pain. It jostles the hot dog in his hand and he bobbles it. You both gasp. You try to detach from the hug so you can catch the dog, but it's already on its way to the ground. In the attempt to save it, you stagger backwards and slip. The hot dog gets smushed under your big dumbass the moment it makes contact with the ground. Demon lets out a shriek.
No! Aw, dude, my dog!
You scramble to get up in time, hoping you're not as owned as it looks. But your feet keep slipping and your butt keeps grinding the hot dog into the mud. When the carnage finally subsides, you roll over and check it out. It's completely unsalvageable. Just a gross, meaty mud mash, like the hot dog never even existed. Demon howls in agony, and you slump backwards against a tree. Oh no, you fucked this up so bad.
That's it, man. I've lost everything. Not sure what the point is of even living anymore.
You are absolutely mortified by your clumsiness and foolishness. You have a feeling you'll be thinking about this moment for years to come, during those insecure moments when your mind seems to be looking for any excuse to make yourself cringe with self-doubt and shame. Still, you can't help but feel this guy is being a little unreasonable. It's just one hot dog. There are probably plenty more of those to come by for those who know where to look in this strange world. He himself said he makes a habit of enjoying these, so they can't be all that uncommon. Maybe he just has an unusual psychological disorder surrounding a fixation on this particular food item? Yeah, that could be it. Poor guy. This just means he needs your support as a friend all the more. You won't give up on your friends. Or, for that matter, people who you're trying to be desperately to become friends with. That just isn't who you are as a person. You have an idea. You run it by him with the sense of optimism and salesmanship. Pass is behind you. There's no need to wallow in self-incrimination and guilt over the hot dog incident. Demon perks up a little.
You want to help me get another hot dog?
Absolutely. It could be a fun adventure, you say. Something to bond over, to bring two new buddies closer together. Okay, you don't say that out loud, but you really hope it's true.
I don't know. Could be a long shot. Sometimes it can be days before I'm united with another
Plump treat.
glistening with perspiration. Steaming, relaxing comfortably in a soft melt in your mouth.
Loaf.
Damn. Now I really want a hot dog.
Ah, hot dog! Sorry.
Guess I don't have much choice but take you up on your offer, do I? What do you have in mind?
It's a good question. You haven't made a plan yet, and frankly, you don't even know where to begin. But he's interested in spending more time with you, which is the most important thing. You'll figure something out. You decide a display of confidence is called for here. A real show of leadership to improve morale. You smile, hold your head up high, and tell him to follow you. You know exactly what to do. Well, not really, but you give no indication of that at all. He's definitely intrigued. You've got him hooked now, you think. He's probably wondering if you get paid her, finding a new friend with the hot dog hookup. Of course, you don't have the slightest idea where to find a hot dog, but you've got to admit you're enjoying the feeling of being important and valued by a potential friend. You don't want to do anything underhanded, yet you can't help but feel you should probably milk this social gambit for all it's worth. This way, you say, as you begin marching confidently in a random direction. He obediently follows and begins rubbing his tummy. You begin to feel nervous almost immediately. You have absolutely no idea how this is going to play out, or if it stands any chance of resulting in a hot dog at the end of the journey. Oh well, you'll figure out something along the way. You lead him through the streets and winding through the yards of strange-looking houses, and he follows. He takes care to make sure you are both not seen, which could get you both into trouble, apparently. The improvised circuitous route appears to provoke his suspicion.
Dude, are you sure you know where a dog is? It seems like maybe you're lost.
Oh, absolutely. You're absolutely sure you know where to find one, you say. You're just throwing anyone off the trail who might have been following you. He nods solemnly, as if that makes perfect sense. Whew. But you can't keep him guessing like this forever. You've got to do something. Take some bold action to keep his interest in this wiener quest. You say this way, down here. This is a shortcut to the hot dog supply you're privy to. It's the Motherlode.
In the sewer?
Yes. Totally. It's just a short trek through the sewer. Shouldn't be more than another hour, or several, of sewer trudging. That is, if he still has the will to do what it takes to get his hands on more juicy dogs.
Oh, hell yeah! You know it. After you, man.
An hour later, you're so deep in the sewer you lost all bearings and sense of direction. You could be anywhere by now. You've taken so many crazy turns. Still, you don't let up for a second that you're lost. You've made each turn with decisive conviction. He's still following you, but now he's having trouble keeping up. He's out of breath and struggling with the foul smell. You can't say you're enjoying it much either, but you can't let on to the fact that what you're doing now is anything other than the most casual routine for you. Like you do this every day, just a quick jaunt through the sewer to hit up this vast, mythical trove of meat products. Okay, when you put it that way, maybe this all sounds a bit insane. Still, you're in too deep to second guess yourself now.
Hey, I gotta stop and rest. I can't lie, I'm starving for a
heavenly Frankfurter,
but this might be a bit too much for me. I don't think I'm cut out for it.
You pause and look back. He's sitting down now, slumping against the filthy sewer wall. You're intensely relieved to say you may have just won this impromptu game of sewer hot dog chicken. But more importantly than that, this looks like an ideal time to show some sympathy and have a bonding moment with your would-be friend. You sit down next to him and with your broken arm, put a hand on his knee in a platonic but deeply understanding way. Your arm hurts when you do this, but it's worth it. Every little gesture counts when making a new friend.
I kinda suck. My looseness is gone. I don't have any skills, and most people think I'm weird for liking hot dogs so much. I'm probably just going to get culled. I'm not good at going on adventures or doing anything hard. All I'm good at is finding an easy meal here and there, however I can get it. Like talking people out of their fine sausages, using tricks or other ploys which end up losing me friends. It's been unthinkable that anyone would actually do anything nice to me, or would want me to have that sweet, sweet meat I desire. At least it was unthinkable, until now.
Your heart begins to race. Could it be? Is Is this shitty improvised sewer escapade actually working? You can't believe it.
Nobody's ever done so much or worked so hard to try and get my hands on another
Magnificent banger!
Sorry for being emotional like this, but, like, this is new for me. I don't know how to handle it. I'm just so grateful. I'd be thrilled to call you a friend, man. Whatever you are.
You're overjoyed. Unbelievable. It's almost too good to be true. What now? It's such a sudden turn of good fortune, you hardly know what to do. Should you hug the guy? Last time that didn't go so well, but this time he's not holding a hot dog for you to clumsily defile, so maybe this is your moment. Wait, what's that? A deep rumbling sound begins to echo through the tunnels.
Oh shit! They found us! It's a drone, dude. I guess like on sewer duty? We gotta run!
Fuck. He gets up, grabs your hand, and sprints. He's a lot faster than he looks when he's motivated to get moving. He turns this way and that as the rumbling gets closer. But he slips on something horrible and you both tumble into a river of horrific sludge.
Bro! I can't swim! Help!
Your bad arm finds purchase in the ledge, and though it's very painful, you heroically salvage your friend from the muck with the other arm. He coughs and gasps for breath. You find a nearby ladder, shove him upward until he starts climbing on his own, and follow him. You burst through a lid on the floor, and you both flop out of the hole, drenched in filth, smelling horrible and completely exhausted. But at least you're safe, you think.
Hey man, I just want you to know, even though we didn't find the
Glorious treasure
you were leading us to, I'm happy how it all turned out. Maybe I don't need
hot dogs
in my life as much as I thought. Maybe that's not the
real treasure.
After all, it's been a journey for me, let me tell you. I'm learning so much about myself, about life, because of you.
His bushy hair slicked back from his eyes due to the sludge. He's giving you a penetrating, soulful gaze of, presumably, pure friendship. Or is it even deeper than that? Wow, this is intense. Then something catches your eye, just above him. Something dangling. Lots of dangling things, actually. Come to think of it, it's really cold in here. Freezing, in fact. You finally realize, holy shit! You're in a weird alien meat locker. You're absolutely surrounded by dangling meat products, including many sausages. Thousands of them. You begin to sob. Your sobbing soon turns to unrestrained wailing of raw catharsis. He joins you, and the tears flow freely from you both. You embrace each other and let it all out. Suddenly it hits you, both of you. This is by far the happiest day of your life.
Meat heaven! Yeah, good ending! We did it! We did it!
Oof, my throat. That voice was hard. Okay, well, dang. I did the route. I tried to slow down my narration a little bit, but there were parts where I felt like the panicked, frantic narration was appropriate. But anyways, that's it for this episode. Next up, we'll start Chapter 2. If you liked the video, you know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. You want to buy me a coffee? The link is down below. I'd greatly appreciate it. And thanks for watching.